Alright, it's April 6th, 2020. We're going to fire up the 1931 Coldwell Cub. It's a little 1.5 horsepower engine at 1200 RPM. Went through the entire engine, cleaned everything up, pulled the cylinder head off, cleaned the piston. There's a lot of carbon on top of the piston. A lot of very strange file and grinder marks on the top of the piston, so I was actually worried that it might have been blown out and welded back on, but there's no indication of it at all. The piston actually looks like brand new. The rings are really good. I took the valves out. The intake valves has 12 thousandths clearance. The exhaust is at 24. I don't have any specifications to go by. That's just what they ended up being. The Babbitt rod bearing looks great. Had a bit of trouble getting the fit right on the crankshaft since it's just a very small opening, but ignition is all set properly. Has a Carter Model N, probably off of a little Continental AU8 85 or something like that. We'll see if she runs. I have the block full of pretty hot water just to help loosen things up. Brand new SAE 30 Rotelli 1. Crank the engine over about, I don't know, 10,000 rotations with the drill with the plug out, and you can see the oil pump working, so looks like it's in good shape. It should run. Use the electric start because it's on the table. All nice and complete down to the little bear. Here's your early style breather. Just vents right down to the reel. The single speed governor. Just letting it do that so you can see the governor work. See the valves working in there. Switch hands. Champion C4 plug, 7/8 inch plug. I have a little bit of seepage around the combustion chamber, the valve, the head gasket. It runs pretty nice and clean. There's no telling what's inside that muffler. It's burning off. Seems to run really nice. Once I get the Tilton MS 44 B all, or I'm sorry, it's Tilton MS 31D all fixed up. Should run really nice. It's a really nice engine. It has an oil pump in the crankcase. It looks like a centrifugal style oil pump right behind the governor here, right behind the main flywheel. And that pumps oil to the rod bearing and the main bearings. This engine should theoretically run for, you know, thousands of hours. It's got a equivalent of a Timken tapered roller bearing on the PTO side of the engine. Not sure what it has on the flywheel side here. Probably has another Timken. I had to put a new high tension plug wire on this engine. I had to take the Bosch Magneto flywheel off. The points had quite a step in them. It turns out that the spring for the adjustable point was moving back and forth, so the stationary point had a lot of, basically like a shelf cut into it from wear. So I had to dress that all up with some diamond stone and set the points to around 20 thousandths. Again, I don't have any specifications to go by. Seems to run just perfect. Coil looks great in there. The condenser tests out good. It's amazing. It's 89 years old and it runs like a top. The intake valve on this engine has a lot of wear on it. There's about 11 thousandths wear in the stem. It looks like someone put new bronze guides in there at some point, tighten it up a little bit, and just reuse the old wore-out valves. Exhaust valve look good. Not sure why there's such excessive clearance. The valve seats weren't cut too far down. Still warming up. On the mower, this thing takes almost 20 minutes to get up to temperature. And it's not doing anything. It's going to take a while to get warm. I wanted to get this thing running up to operating temperature to clean out the scale that's in the water jacket. And it's just a water-cooled block. The cylinder head's not water-cooled. Nice little engine. Once I get the water jacket cleaned out, I'm going to pull the rod bearing cap off and just check to see that everything's nice. It's hard to gauge how tight the rod cap should be. I just backed off 1/6 of a turn until I ran nice and true and smooth without any excessive slop. I guess this engine probably hasn't run in at least 30 or 40 years. There's a lot of petrified grease and grass all around everything. It must have been sitting so long the transmission locked up from all the grease, but I have that all cleaned up now. Just I don't have anywhere in the garage to work, and I didn't want to run it on the chassis on a table. It's running nice and clean now. I have a little bit of a head gasket leak. Too bad this carburetor won't run longer than a few seconds. Normal use, these engines are actually really economical. You know, about half a gallon of gas. I've mowed my lawn for 3 years on it. Not that I have a lot of gas either, but it does more idling and just putting around than mowing most of the time. Oh, what a nice little engine. Oh good, the water is almost boiling. Yeah, I'm not really getting any blow-by out of the breather. That's good. The engine seems like it's in really good shape. Alright. That's about it. Ran for 15 minutes. 170. Condenser seemed to start pulling a little bit. 175 degrees. Ooh, that is nice and warm. Good. 96 on the crankcase. Cylinder head should be nice and hot, yeah. 300 degrees. What a nice engine. Not leaking anywhere. That's good. Probably gonna end up draining this. I might wait a little bit while so there's not too much of a temperature change. Let's let it drip. Yeah, that'll be the best thing to do. Yeah, there it is. 1931 Coldwell Cub. What a nice little engine. Alright, thanks for watching.